Hello, this is Dr. David Bilstrom from the International Autoimmune Institute and the Autoimmune Lifestyle, and this is Did You Know? And we're coming to you from the top of Kelly Canyon in Idaho. They're closed for the year. It's kind of the local place. Came up through the national wildlife part of the area to the top, and Jody's getting ready to snowshoe down. Actually, she already started. That's her tracks right there. And I'm getting ready to split board down. So I had a few minutes because I'm going to go down faster than she is. Gravity takes me down on my split board a lot faster than it'll take her down in her snowshoes. So we're going to talk today about another backdoor item. So with every book will come a code that's going to allow you to get into the back door. The book being a nurse practitioner's guide to autoimmune medicine, reversing and preventing all autoimmunity. And one of the backdoor items is, and when we're going to talk about the book, but a big backdoor item is going to be adverse childhood events and how they drive chronic disease, including a huge driver of autoimmune disease. And my wife, Jody Bilstrom, is going to be talking about this. She's our LCSW, licensed clinical social worker, master's level in our office. And we've talked a little bit about how important it is to create calm. You got to reset that cortisol. We've talked about nature, meditation. One of the backdoor items is going to be music therapy. One of the backdoor items is Jody teaching people how to relax. But also, I wanted to point out that when Cleveland Clinic started their functional medicine clinic, they're the first in the country associated with a teaching hospital. They had everybody see a nutritionist. Our functional medicine clinic, we have everybody see the counselor. Trying to reset cortisol, deal with stress, optimally deal with stress, including deal with these adverse childhood events. If this very strong emotional event is still driving physical changes years or decades later, we need to know that. And as you know, every strong emotional event creates a physical change in the body. So I use as an example with my patients. When I was a kid, I saw a really scary movie, and I'm terrible with movie names. I still remember that movie name. And I still remember the scene in the movie. A very strong emotional event created a big physical change in me. Hair is standing up on end. My eyes were probably dilated out to here. Oh my gosh, my heart rate went up. But even though I can think about this event in a specific movie, decades later, it doesn't cause the stress response in me. It doesn't cause my hairs to stand up on end, my eyes to dilate, my heart rate to go up. I can tell you the scene. I can tell you the name of the movie. But it doesn't do that. But adverse childhood events classically can do this. And so you don't want a strong emotional event that happened decades before still driving physical strain, still driving the stress response decades later. You're not going to forget those adverse childhood events, but you don't want them to keep driving physical changes and disease, autoimmune disease more specifically, decades later. So Jody's going to talk a lot about that, but I think you might want to consider bringing in a licensed clinical social worker or a PhD level psychologist into your practice as a nurse practitioner specializing in reversing and preventing all autoimmunity, and consider having everybody see that practitioner right away the first visit, or have them come see her shortly after the first visit. It's a life changer. You gotta believe it. It's just an absolute life changer to have somebody like that in your office. Did you know? Everybody needs an LCSW in their practice. Everybody's got to have somebody that can really teach your patients how to manage stress optimally. We live in a very stressful world, but we have to have somebody that can teach people how to do that. They have to teach the cortisol to reset, because the cortisol has gotten so used to be in the fight or flight mode, it forgets what it feels like to be in the relaxation mode. We got to teach it. Right along with getting rid of all these physical stressors like the infections and the vitamin deficiencies and the gut disruption and the hormone imbalance and the toxicity and the foods bugging them. Get rid of these physical stressors. Now they can finally reset that cortisol, reversing their autoimmune disease, preventing new ones, do it before conception, optimize epigenetics, pass on cleaner genes the next 4 generations. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye now.